Ya empezó su musiquita. No manches, está bien fuerte. ¿Se bajó ella también?
No, ya no escucho nada.
¿Ya no escucha? Se apagó. Pero no se ve nada.
Ahí está. Sí, obviamente iba a ser.
Pues ya lo que sí se filtró, de hecho se había filtrado también ya desde la mañana, que sí iba a salir.
Ay, pues desde el otro día cuando se escucha.
Y
ándale,
es por las baterías,
Pues ya. No me sorprende la verdad.
No, sí se había filtrado.
El 15.
Minasan, hello everyone. I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct. I'm
Se va a
Shinya
apagar el
Takahashi.
¿Crees? Sí, ya.
And that
No.
of course, the latest trailer for Overwatch by Blizzard Entertainment. The game is scheduled for release on Nintendo Switch October 15th, so please look forward to it. Okay, let's get into our first batch of Nintendo Switch headlines. Please take a look.
No te estás perdiendo nada, es Luigi.
Yo no quiero ahorita ese Luigi Mansion, fíjate que no me llama mucho la atención.
Where every floor has a distinct theme unlike any other. Case in point,
No sé por qué, pero no me llama la
a
atención.
pyramid inside a hotel?
Ah, mira, llegó como una pirámide, no sé qué.
Guess we should expect some
La
mummies,
pirámide de los
harsh sands, and booby traps.
hijos de...
As for the other floors,
¿A quién
well,
se le ocurre
there's a disco
venir a
floor,
estas horas?
a pirate-themed restaurant. You get the idea.
Alguien que no sabe
May
qué
not be
es
the
eso.
usual amenities, but there's a rogues gallery of bosses to check out before you.
No sé,
well,
digo como que
check
no
out.
me llama mucho la atención
Speaking
Luigi's
of
Mansion.
amenities, step right up to this all-new attraction, Screen Park. In this party mode, there's a Luigi team and a Gooigi team. With only one Nintendo Switch system, 2 to 8 players can battle it out. See which team can defeat the most ghosts.
Es un Mario Party, ¿no?
G00 and break the most targets. Hey, even Luigi needs a break sometimes.
No
Luigi's
manches.
Mansion 3 opens its doors on October 31st.
31 de octubre está cerca para que lo compre.
Jamás.
Ay, tampoco no me llaman la
Get
atención
along
los
for
juegos
some
de
new free-to-start
Kirby.
Kirby game. The combined forces of Kirby, 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 and Kirby are in for some wicked boss
Es que
fights.
otra vez lo mismo, Nintendo, ¿qué estás haciendo?
Lo
Take
mismo.
up quests in town.
Sí.
And collectively, you and your
Si
team
te das
pick
cuenta
4
del Wii U
jobs.
también nada más le dieron mucho a
That's
Kirby
right.
y a
Get your
Yoshi.
weapons, get your
Luego
gear,
empezó el
and get
Switch
ready.
y otra vez luego
Some mighty tough
Yoshi,
enemies await.
Kirby.
There are more than 100 quests. So, get a look at your enemy
pues
and make
vende.
sure you have the right jobs for the
No
job.
lo que debería
Streets,
vender.
know your role and work as a team.
Para eso está Pokémon y Smash.
Play alone,
Hasta
together on
Zelda
one system.
también.
Zelda.
Team up via local wireless, or even play online.
Es que es más de lo mismo.
It'll be time to unite with friends
Es
and
como
players
cuando ya
from around
estamos
the world
hartos de
to
los
overcome
shooters.
each challenging quest when Super Kirby
no
Clash
es el
launches
nuevo Call of
later
Duty.
today. And remember, it's free to
Pero va a
start.
ser el Modern Wi-Fi.
This long-awaited, recently released
El remake
RPG
del
is
Mana.
getting a remake. After 25 years,
Esta
fans
me
of
llama
the
más la
main series
atención.
can look forward to the
Está bien.
HD remake of the third game in the trilogy,
No
Trials of
manches.
Mana. From 6 different characters, you'll choose a protagonist and 2 companions. The ones you choose will determine which of the interwoven stories you'll follow through this reimagined world.
Now you
¿Ves eso, Adrián?
what will happen to Jessica if
Dios
I...
mío, santísimo.
This interference will not be forgotten.
As each character advances, they'll have the opportunity to switch their
Distintas
class,
clases.
allowing them to learn stronger
Como
special
trabajos, ¿no?
moves
Me
and
imagino.
spells,
Ajá.
step into the light, or show your dark side when picking your class to change your character's appearance
No,
and
le calzó
abilities.
de su faldita que se le ve
Unlike
las
the classic
calzones.
version, characters have full range of movement, including jumping and combo attacks for each member of your party. Once again, the wheels of fate are beginning to turn. Find out what's in store for the
2020, lo metes que sale hasta el próximo año.
Just what happened to the crew of this doomed ship? The Overwatch vanished at sea in 1803, only to wash up 4 years later in Falmouth, England, with no sign of survivors. The fate of the
Esos
crew remains
juegos-
unknown. As
Esos
the
juegos
ship
raros que luego
investigator from
están
East
buenos.
India Company, you must board the ship and uncover the mystery of its disappearance and return. Your analysis will rely heavily on one less than ordinary device. Use the power of the Momentum Mortem pocket watch to turn back time and witness each soul's last moment.
You bastards may take exactly what I give you!
Explore the
Como
ship,
puzzle, ¿no?
observe
Ajá.
the situation, and record your logical deductions. Without you, the true tale will never be told. What brought the Oberdin to such an end?
Tienes que descubrir quién hizo el asesinato, ¿no? O algo así,
Little
o
by
qué
little,
onda.
Creo.
Tease apart the misfortunes of the ship and its crew to solve the mystery.
A lo mejor.
Sí, pues eso que para resolver el misterio y todo eso.
Return of the Oberdin
Finales
arrives
del
on Nintendo Switch in fall
2019.
2019. There's a small town out there
Se
with a
veía
big
bueno,
secret.
Celeste que está haciendo Game Freak, sí.
Never leave town. That
Sí,
is
ya
the
también
rule
tiene
agreed
mucho
upon
tiempo que
by
se
the
había
people
anunciado y
of
no se
this
había dicho
peaceful
nada.
town, and the castle protecting it. One day, there suddenly appeared a giant monster. To defend the townspeople, one boy named Axe will stand up to face it.
Se me imagina como el
The
este de
only weapons you'll
3DS.
need
¿Cómo
are
se llama? El
ideas.
Fantasy Life.
But to win one of these battles, you must know when to use them. Strategy is everything if there's any hope to win. During battle, you can move around to garner support from townspeople. Take advantage to gain the advantage. Seize every opportunity to protect your town in this new RPG from Game
No se
Freak.
ve mal.
And almost all the music in the game was composed by Undertale
Ahí están
creator
los
Toby
Pokémon.
Fox. Little Town Hero will make a stand on Nintendo Switch October 16th. You can pre-purchase and
¿Cuándo?
preload
Dijo.
the game later today.
Ni me
No me
fijé.
fijé yo tampoco.
Fall is coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. We can finally confirm the release date of Challenger Pack 3, Banjo and Kazooie. Banjo and Kazooie.
¿Qué se regresó?
And the release date is
No, ya salió.
after today's Nintendo Direct. We'll broadcast a video detailing how to use
mierda.
Banjo and Kazooie, featuring the game's director, Masahiro Sakurai.
¿Qué carajo?
As a special treat, the video will be.
Yo pensé que iba a salir hasta finales del año.
Yo
Right now.
también.
To tide yourself over until the release of Banjo and Kazooie, please check it out.
No.
But first,
¿Por qué siempre que sale algo de Smash? Ahora.
No.
No,
No.
es no.
Te dije.
No.
No.
No. No.
¿Es Giz? No. ¿La corona?
Y-
Era obvio.
Hey, cover!
No puede ser. Noviembre 2019. Ya tiene que aparecer ese NK ahí abajo, mira.
So, Terry Bogard from Fatal Fury is joining the battle. That means we've revealed 4 of the 5 fighters included in the Fighters Pass. Can there really be only one left?
No. No.
We're happy
Va a haber
to announce the
más.
development of more DLC fighters for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Outside the 5 fighters included in the Fighters Pass, we can confirm that other new fighters are in development. The battle isn't over yet.
No van a ser 5, ¿verdad?
No. No van a ser
So,
5.
what do you think? Regarding
Va a haber
what
más
was
de 100
announced about additional
personajes.
fighters at the end of that segment, we'll have more to
Ay,
share with you
Dios.
in the future. For now, let's continue with some more Nintendo Switch headlines.
It's about time to wake the Windfish in The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, which means the next big adventure on Nintendo Switch is fast approaching. You'll meet some strangely endearing islanders, face a series of puzzling tasks, and encounter some oddly familiar faces. Whatever happens, help Link escape
Ahí
the Windfish
salían.
Island before its
Salen los
mysteries
chom
get the
choms
best of
también.
him. With the all-new Chamber Dungeon, you can place chambers earned on your adventure to arrange your own dungeons, add in plus effects that alter chambers, and save chamber dungeons to a compatible amiibo figure featuring a character from the Legend of Zelda series. That way,
No
your
manches,
friends
ya
can play
hay, ya hay muchos de
Be
Link.
ready. The Legend of
Pero
Zelda,
Link
Link's
Plastilina.
Awakening will launch before you know it on September 20th. The new Link amiibo figure will be available that same day. You know the hero's might from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now join his adventure. Dragon Quest
Sí,
XI
primero lo
S,
sacan del
Echoes of
personaje y
an
después
Age
sale el
Definitive
juego, ¿verdad?
is exactly
Como
that.
vamos a promocionar el juego para que se venda más.
Story that allows you to choose between HD and 2D graphics. Travel to past Dragon Quest worlds and experience new character-focused stories. The day the game launches, free downloadable content can be found in the Champions Pack, including consumable items and more equipment that can change the appearance of party members. An RPG giant draws near. Dragon Quest XI S,
Ya,
Echoes of
casi.
an Elusive
Por
Age
fin.
Definitive Edition journeys onto Nintendo Switch September 27th. Until then, you can prepare for your adventure with the free demo on Nintendo eShop.
También pusieron el demo ahorita del Code Vein también, ¿verdad?
¿Sí?
Sí.
Looking for more Fire Emblem goodness? Then say hello to Tokyo! The worlds of the Fire Emblem series and Atlas games have crossed paths, and the result is coming to Nintendo
¿Lo van a volver a
Switch.
poner? ¿O va a ser otro?
The story takes place in modern-day Tokyo, where creative energy is so abundant it's materialized into something called Performa, which attracts wicked mirages who suck it out of people. You'll face off against this threat as up-and-comer Itsuki Aoi and his friends who are trying to make it in the entertainment business. Fire Emblem characters like Chrom and Sita will join you from another dimension. Together,
este
you'll
del
wage
Tokyo
deep
Mirage?
turn-based battles, blending the combat of the Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei series. And, in the Nintendo Switch version, there's a new song that wasn't included in the original. Be sure to check out the other new features, from the new story elements to the characters joining you in battle for the first time. Hey, is that Tiki? Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp Epic Encore
Otro
releases on
de
January
Wii U
17th.
para Switch.
Pre-purchase the game later today. Welcome back to where nothing is what it seems. Boston, 2019. It all begins again when FBI agent Aaliyah Davis opens an investigation into an old serial killer case. She also opens
Esa
a
musiquilla
door
está bien
to
rara.
the unknown.
Sí.
A door that also takes us back to New Orleans, 14 years ago. Here, our story follows an FBI agent who goes by the name of York. The journey between past and present will take Aaliyah and York on a winding path. But what lies at the end? Will it be truth or madness? Deadly Premonition 2, A Blessing in Disguise, boggles and beguiles on Nintendo Switch in 2020. And now for a shocker. The original game in the series will launch on Nintendo eShop as Deadly Premonition
¿Sí, pero qué va a salir?
Origins later today.
No sé.
Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition is finally coming to Nintendo Switch.
Van 15
Check it
minutos,
out.
todavía falta
Muy bueno.
25 minutos y ya casi me hace llorar con lo de Terry. Yo creo que ha sido lo más resaltante porque lo de Overwatch pues
Ya era obvio.
ya era más que obvio. Esos juegos están chidos, pero te consumen la vida.
Sí, es lo que te iba a decir. Sí, están bien chidos, pero.
Pero sí.
olvídate de tu vida. a
Ajá,
veces.
si de por sí está muy difícil tu vida social, olvídate de todo. Es que con esos hasta la gente que va a trabajar se los lleva para ir farmeando niveles en su trabajo, en la escuela.
Yo lo quiero.
Vas a regresar a jugar League of Legends.
Jamás.
Now for a message from Bethesda.
Hey Nintendo fans, Pete Hines from Bethesda.
Uy, ya escuché las
On behalf of
cancioncitas. Vamos a
everyone in
subirle.
software, I'm excited to announce
¿De dónde
something
le subo?
really cool that we have coming
Es que no
to
te deja
Nintendo
subir
Switch
ahí, creo.
later
O
this
sí
year.
se subió.
I'm sure many of you have fond memories of spending countless hours playing your favorite games on Nintendo 64. Well, this year is the 25th anniversary of Doom, one of the most popular first-person shooter franchises ever. And to celebrate, we're re-releasing one of
No.
our favorite games, Doom 64. For the first time since its original release in 1997, Doom 64 will be officially available on a Nintendo console. Relive your crusade against the demons in more than 30
Esa mierda te hizo sufrir, Adrián.
Un buen.
newcomer, experience the retro first-person shooters that helped make Doom one of the most popular shooter franchises in history. Doom 64 will release on Nintendo Switch on November 22nd this year.
Pues ya sacaron todos los Dooms
Ya.
en Switch.
Introducing a brand new
¿Qué es eso?
IP from developer Hi-Res Studios, Rogue Company. To most of the world, Rogue Company is a rumor at best, but its operatives are the real deal. And as one of these elite specialists, you'll face challenges which will require your specialized abilities and tools to combat the infamous organization Jackal. Play against friends or match up with a similarly skilled team online in a variety of objective-based game modes. Whether you wield guns, gadgets, or melee weapons, your playstyle will depend on your choice of mercenary, which can be fully customized. There will be plenty of modes, maps, weapons, skins, in-game events, and more. When Rogue Company sneaks up on Nintendo Switch in 2020.
¿Quién sabe?
No se veía tan mal.
¿No?
How's it going? Next, the new titles in the core Pokemon RPG series, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield.
Ya,
We have
los
more
20 minutos
information
ahí
to
con
share
Pokémon.
that will shed new
Ya
light
valió.
on this next
Para que te
Pokemon
digan la
adventure.
Pokédex
Please take a look.
nacional, no va a estar. Nos sigan insistiendo.
Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield take place in the Galar region, a scenic land where people
Ya,
and
eso es-
Pokemon work together toward a prosperous future. Among them,
Mira, está bien chido. Estaba dando vueltas.
available throughout your adventure. Today, we'll cover 4 features you can look forward to. First, customizing your look. Once again,
Eso ya
the
lo
latest entry in the
sabemos.
series lets
Ya lo
you
había
pick
dicho
your
que
outfit.
Sí, ya.
This time,
No
it's
manches, su
not
cabeza
just
de
tops
ese
and
Snuggle.
bottoms, but a
Snuggle
wide
estaba
variety,
bien chida.
including outerwear and gloves.
Shokul, ¿cómo se llamaba? Shokul.
Plus, you can change your hairstyle or put on a little makeup. There's a lot more to becoming a champion than simply honing your battle skills. You've got to look the part too, don't you think? Second, Pokemon Camp. During your journey through the Galar region, you can camp anytime at Pokemon Camp.
¿Eso no lo habían dicho ya?
No,
While you're
porque
there,
no
you
manches,
can play
esta
with your
vuelta es bien
Pokemon.
chido.
And as you get to know them better, they'll also improve in battle. Additionally, in the wild area, you can visit other players' camps too. Feel free to bring along one of your Pokemon and hang out with up to 3 other players at the camp.
¿Para que le hagas cosquillas a la panza o qué?
Another player's Pokemon. Third, curry on rice.
Oye, si
Pokemon
mejor
Camp
arroz
is
con
also
curry
a great
juntos.
place to cook up a dish that is very
Digo, no,
popular
digo.
in the Galar region.
¿Sí?
Curry on rice.
Que no estaría nada
How
mal
your
comer
curry
eso,
turns out
No.
and what type it is ultimately depends on which berries and
Mira, por si pensabas que no ibas a utilizar los Wiimote,
not to
digo,
mention the
los
heart you put into it.
Joy-Cons.
Los Joy-Cons, ahí está, para que le
Ahí
hagas
está,
vueltita.
Vas a poder cocinar con tus Joy-Cons de Pokémon.
Registered in your curry decks. The goal? To master the art of curry. Huh? What's that Pokemon doing here? And fourth, we'll introduce some new Pokemon discovered in the Galar
¡Una
region.
taza!
First is Polteagat.
Digo, una tetera.
Known for itself by hiding amongst tableware at hotels and restaurants. Its body
Que
is
va a
made of
salir
tea,
el
complete with
Pokémon
its own aroma and
olla de
flavor.
presión.
It may even allow a
Pokémon
trusted
sartén.
trainer to taste its tea.
Pokémon taza de baño.
Ataque de presión.
Pokemon also has a special ability called Weak Armor.
Tipo aire.
Next, another new
Este
Pokemon.
está bien feo.
This flying and water-type Pokemon has one huge appetite. It will
Picotazo,
swallow
eh.
anything it can fit in its mouth. When it uses surf or
¿Qué?
dive during battle, watch as it rises from the water, along with the catch in its mouth. If it takes damage in this state, it'll retaliate by spitting out its catch at the attacker. This is Cramorant's exclusive new ability,
Ay.
Missile.
Mira,
And that's all we have to share with you today.
ya es todo.
Pokemon
Bueno.
Sword and Pokemon
Ya,
Shield
ya quítelo de
launch
Pokémon,
on
todavía
Nintendo
faltan
Switch
15
November
minutos.
15.
De todas formas, no tiene la Pokédex nacional.
Well, how about that? There are still
Ah,
2
ya
more
lo
months
pusimos.
until the game releases. Please look forward to the day you can start your new adventure in the Galar
Adrián,
region.
compramos Banjo.
So,
Sí.
it's been about a year since
No
we began
sé.
offering
Ya,
Nintendo
yo-
Switch Online memberships.
Y a,
With Nintendo Switch Online, we're providing a variety of games and fun features.
y a Hiro.
Mira, te van a dar un Toad.
And now, we're looking to add in an additional library of games. It's called Super Nintendo Entertainment System Nintendo Switch Online. With this, you can play a variety of classic Super NES games on Nintendo Switch.
Juegazo,
There are some you may not expect, like Stunt Race FX.
Ese no lo conozco.
Mira, no
Playing
manches.
on another system for the first time. You can face off or team up in local multiplayer by passing a Joy-Con controller to a friend, or even play together online. And the
¿Qué es eso,
rewind
qué?
function
No, eso es
is available
trampa.
to launch.
Mira, yo vi Mac.
Here are the first games we plan to release.
¿En dónde está Donkey Kong Country?
All 20 of the games you see on screen will launch tomorrow.
¿Mañana?
Of course, we will eventually add more
Super
to the
Puyo
lineup.
Puyo 2.
¿Por qué no está
This
Donkey
offer
Kong
is
Country?
exclusively available
Yo creo
to
que se van a
Nintendo Switch
esperar hasta
Online
otra.
members.
Es que no manches,
Please
te metieron
enjoy
un
them at
montón.
no additional charge.
Ahora ya van a vender el control también.
Sí.
You noticed this, did you? To recapture the original feel of these games,
¿Cuánto?
we will be
¿1000
releasing a
pesos?
Super Nintendo Entertainment System Nintendo Switch Online exclusive controller as a special offer. To charge it, you can use a USB cable, just like the
Se
Nintendo
están
Switch Pro
aprovechando.
controller.
30.
This Super NES style
700
controller will be
aquí.
available for purchase exclusively for Nintendo
Amazon,
Switch
Amazon,
Online.
Amazon.
Visit the Nintendo website. for
Compren
the
en
latest
Amazon todos,
information
Ami.
on its release. Wouldn't it be nice to play those games again with one of these controllers? Well, let's move on to some more Nintendo Switch
Alright.
headlines.
Sure, you know Tetris.
Órale.
Can you survive this? Nintendo Switch Online members, the large-scale puzzle battle game Tetris 99.
Lo puedo jugar y nunca lo he jugado,
Tetris
¿Qué tal si sí les gano?
And not for the faint of heart.
A los
Can't even
99.
play it until you achieve Tetris Maximus status.
No
Can you
manches.
survive against the best of the best? Well, good luck. We're also adding in daily missions for some added challenges. By clearing these
Ya vieron
missions,
que eso de meter retos
acquire tickets
diarios
and exchange them for
está
a
llamando
variety
mucho
of
la
custom
atención.
themes. Sweet. To showcase your accomplishments,
No manches, ¿conseguiste
some
una
have a
abeja?
vast array of new player icons too. Beyond that,
Oye,
the
esas
second wave
cosas
of
que estaban
paid
saliendo
DLC
se
is here as
ven
well.
muy
In
Kingdom
two-player
Hearts,
share
con mi
battle
chip.
mode, pass the DualShock controller
Muy
to a
bueno.
friend for a two-player game against each other and the CPU, and get together with friends to battle via
chido la
local
música.
wireless on your Nintendo Switch systems in local arena mode. The version 2.0 update for Tetris 99 will be available tomorrow. A packaged version, including the game, DLC, and a Nintendo Switch Online 12-month individual membership will be available September
¿Qué
6th.
sigue?
Mario and Sonic are ready to kick it
Lo de
old
los
school in
Juegos
Tokyo.
Olímpicos, ¿no?
Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games has become a tradition of its own.
Kanuki?
This time, there are more than 20 events, including the 100-meter, karate, football, skateboarding, rugby
¿A
sevens,
poco les...
sport climbing,
sí.
badminton, gymnastics, surfing, and you know what? There's more where that came from.
Los vas a poder poner en los
Check
8
out
bits,
these
¿no?
10
Sí.
retro-style events. Each one rocking some sweet 2D-style graphics. They're all new, all retro, and very
No
friendly.
mames.
On top
No,
of that, there are new mini-games, unlockable characters, and a story mode in which Mario, Sonic, Bowser, and Dr. Eggman must escape from a game based on the
Yo creo
Olympic
que tienen que
Games
hacer
Tokyo
un
1964.
mejor de todos los Juegos Olímpicos.
Mario and
Pues va a
Sonic
ser
at the
en
Olympic Games
Tokio. Tienen que
2020
aprovechar
will go
a
for
hacer
the
un
gold,
juego
November 5th.
bastante bien hecho.
Pues se ve bien, ¿eh?
The next
Otra vez ese
Olympic demo
juego.
will be here sooner than you
Desde
think.
el año pasado están anunciando y anunciando y hasta ahorita va a salir.
The free demo version, Damon X Machina Prologue Demo,
está el
will be
demo.
available for
Pues el demo
download
gratis.
later
Tampoco me
today.
llama mucho la atención ese
In this
juego.
prologue, you'll man
¿Otro
your mech
Gundam?
through the beginning
Ajá.
of the game, and all of your progress can carry over to the full game. If
Pero
you've
qué tal
never
si sí
played
está
a
bueno.
mech action game and you're wondering what they're all about, this is the perfect time to take one for a test drive.
¿Sabes?
A
Más bien
key
lo que se
feature of
parece
this
son
demo
los
is the
Enders.
co-op mode for up
Ándale.
to 4 players, and we're happy to report that it can be played via local wireless. So, gather your friends and make the bosses feel like the little guys. The full game will also support online play. Be ready by customizing
¿Qué te
your mech
esperas para
and
que
honing
anuncien
your
al
skills
final?
on missions.
No sé.
What
Ya
hides
anunciaron
beneath your
Overwatch, ya
mech?
anunciaron a Terry.
God or a demon. Damon X Machina
Lo
will be
obvio de
ready for action
Pokémon.
September
Ya
9th.
anunciaron Pokémon, Luigi's Mansion, Kirby.
A Star Wars classic so fun, it's back for more. Kyle Katarn, agent of the New Republic, is our
Ah,
only
yo hubiera sido
Super
feliz que
Rogue
hubieran metido a
Jedi.
los Rocky,
Get your
el
lightsaber
Rock
at the
Squadron
ready,
o el Rock League.
blaster in hand, and prepare to wield the full power of the Force. Courtesy of Aspire, the full single-player experience of Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast is coming to Nintendo Switch September 24th. We've got
Ahora,
new details on
ya va a
some
empezar.
upcoming games.
Uh.
You are Geralt of Rivia, mercenary monster slayer. Your current contract? Tracking down a living weapon known as the Child of Prophecy. You'll have a whole world to explore, at home and on the go, when The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition comes to Nintendo Switch on October 15th. And all downloadable content and story expansions are along for the ride. Become the most feared pirate in the Caribbean in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, then transform into the ultimate assassin hunter in Assassin's Creed Rogue. That's 2 action-packed games for one
Pues
great
mínimo ya
value.
los están sacando.
Past DLC and new features like touch control and motion aiming coming exclusively to Nintendo Switch in Assassin's
Oye, se ve
Creed
muy
The Rebel
cuadradote, ¿no?
Collection.
No.
Battle for Survival,
Dauntless.
Edge of a Savage Frontier, and the online free-to-play action RPG Dauntless. Whether you're a veteran looking to take your Slayer on the go, or a rookie ready to forge your legacy, you'll hone your skills, craft and customize hundreds of gear options.
Sí, cierto, ahorita en el One la colección de Ezio está en 100 pesos.
¿Sí?
Adding loads of new content in
Digital.
anticipation of the game's launch on Nintendo Switch. And there's plenty more on the horizon.
Oye, sí le pusieron cosas nuevas,
¿Ah?
Sí tiene cosas nuevas.
Open your calendar.
A ver.
More games are on the way.
Ni no Kuni, ese no.
Bueno, pues el NBA la verdad no me sorprende.
Ay, bueno, le di un pelotazo en la cara.
¿Qué es eso?
El otro que está haciendo Obsidian, el dios del WoW. Si puede correr ese, va a poder correr cualquier follow.
How's everything going? Next up, Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Adriano ya hice llorar, va a salir la película.
So we prepared a video covering what was announced. Let's see, shall we?
Pues tiene su compañía en todos lados.
Sí. Hasta en la desierta. Ni pedo. A ver.
Thank you for choosing the Deserted Island Getaway Package. A laid-back, relaxing time and a haven of nature awaits.
No sé por qué, pero siento que me voy a pasar muchas horas ahí.
Participating in the Getaway Package, the time's come to get into the groove of deserted island life. It may be a deserted island, but the Resident Services building at its center is here to support your needs, so there's nothing to worry about. For starters, we'll provide you with a tent. Please select the spot where you'd like it set up. Oh, and there's something else. We'd like to offer you an original Nook phone. It comes pre-installed with a variety of apps for all your deserted island needs, including recipes for crafting tools and furniture. Let's start by crafting an axe.
Mira, ya no vas a tener.
We're going to need some materials. Like
O sea, ya se te van a estar terminando los objetos y vas a tener que estarlos creando.
And stones. Then we'll head to Resident Services and use the workbench.
O sea, va a ser un Minecraft.
Nicely done. You can use the tools you craft to acquire new materials.
Pero a mí sí me llama así la
like
atención.
this.
Sí.
And with those, you can craft more items.
Vallas infinitas.
Feel free to place furniture inside or outside. You can fine-tune the arrangement so that the decor expresses your style, and you can fully enjoy the deserted island life. Let's head back to Resident Services. Here we sell tools and furniture. We also buy your unwanted items, including any weeds you remove, as part of our island cleanup plan. In addition to the usual in-game currency bells, you can also earn Nook miles through the Nook
Pero no
Mileage
creo porque
program.
son 5:30.
You can exchange your miles for special items and recipes. You'll earn miles through a host of activities on the island, so
En
be
el
sure
este
to
no
take
dice.
advantage
No,
of
no
this
dice
program. There are many ways to experience the joys of life on a deserted island. Go fishing, catch some bugs, tend to flowers and pick them to make a garland. Thanks to
Sí, pero si es una isla
crafting,
desierta, ¿cómo van a
reeds have
llegar
bases.
estos?
A vaulting pole makes it easy to quickly cross a river. A nutritious snack will help you shovel up a tree in no time.
No manches, mira qué fuerza.
Plant it somewhere else to change things up in that corner of the island. The scenery changes with the time and weather. There will be sunshine, cloudy
En la noche
days,
para que te salga el
rainfall,
extraterrestre en la
and
tele.
enough wind to shake the trees. Depending on the time of day and the season, you'll encounter different creatures to catch too. Sociable types who live together on the same island can play simultaneously, up to 4 players at a time on one system. We hope you enjoy
Se
living
los
together
quitó, mira.
and working together in the same space. With a local wireless or internet connection, you can travel to another player's island for a total of 8 players in one visit.
Ahí estaba el Mick Jagger.
The whole scene feels
Ahí
meant
está,
to
mira,
be.
acostado.
Why not snap a photo with
Mick
everyone
Jagger.
and make
El
it a
Mick Jagger.
lasting memory?
Todo bien huevonzote.
How's Deserted Island life looking? What we've shown you here today is truly just the beginning. There's so much more waiting to be discovered. So many activities, animals to encounter, and more calling to you from the island. We can't wait for you to experience the Nook Inc. Deserted Island Getaway Package.
Marzo.
20 de marzo.
Ya es todo. ¿O no?
So, how did
O una noticia bomba, a ver, o algo así súper.
So please stay tuned.
A ver.
All right, the next game
Último.
will be our last announcement of the day. Please give it a look.
Conozco la música.
No es el. ¿Qué?
Do you wish to change it? Huh? The future.
No manches. ¿Por qué está haciendo Nintendo está a base de puros ports?
¿Qué? ¿Y eso lo dejaron para el final?
No. ¿Qué está haciendo Nintendo?
Monolith Soft's Xenoblade Chronicles, which originally released in 2012 on the Wii system, is destined to be reborn on Nintendo Switch as
No.
Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. The game is planned for release.
¿Por qué? Porque ya había salido para el New
Please
3DS.
look forward to more announcements in the future. That's it for today. Thank you for watching.
¿En serio?
Masahiro Sakurai. A ver, vamos a ver un rato.
Hello everyone. I'm Masahiro
Oye, eso del Xenoblade se me hace una tontería. O sea, si ahorita están criticando a Nintendo por puros ports, ahora más, porque no está haciendo un juego. O sea, de ahí todo lo que te anunciaron uno de los juegos más fáciles que están haciendo, que son Kirby. Por eso siempre cada no sé qué tanto tiempo sacan Kirby's.
We sure are busy, even if I say so myself.
Kirby's, Yoshi.
Now that today's Nintendo Direct is over, please let me take just a little bit more of your time. You may remember in the Hero Showcase, I was playing by myself, using 2 controllers, like this. With Hero, if you cast spells using command selection, any opposing heroes will block those attacks automatically using their shields. So in the background, I was actually using the second controller to make the hero look away or do moves so my attacks would connect. Today I have my controllers set up side by side, but back in the GameCube days, I lined them up vertically, like this. Try doing this with the Nintendo Switch Pro controllers, however, and you'll end up accidentally pressing the L and R buttons. So even though it's a bit of a pain, I do it like this now. This time around, I'll also be doing my best to control 2 fighters at once, kind of like Banjo and Kazooie, 2 characters acting as one. Alright, let's get started.
Sí, un poquito, ¿no? Es japonesa, mira. Los japoneses hacen locura.
It was first released on Nintendo 64 back in 1998. The character Banjo made his first appearance a year earlier in a game called Diddy Kong Racing. After that, Banjo-Kazooie was released, and then Banjo-Tooie. 2 titles were then released for Game Boy Advance.
No, fíjate que eso del Xenoblade me desconcerta un poco.
And then there's Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, which was released on Xbox
No me tiene muy a gusto eso. No.
As some of you may know, the Banjo-Kazooie IP now belongs to Microsoft. Technically, they're a rival platform holder. Even so, they were happy for Banjo and Kazooie to join the Super Smash Bros.
Sí, desde el Wii U les dijo, bueno, el Phil Spencer dijo que por él no había problema de que, maldita sea, ya tiré el refresco.
¿El refresco de cola?
Ajá.
¿De etiqueta roja?
Sí.
I know this is a Nintendo broadcast, but please give
¿Sí,
the game a
viste?
try on Xbox.
No, no, ¿qué era?
El juego original se puede jugar en Xbox One.
The Banjo-Kazooie series music
¿Qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Quieren eso?
This music in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as is, it wouldn't really match the
O
atmosphere.
sea,
Porque estamos viendo el Nintendo Direct en un Xbox One.
Yo creo que sí, ¿no?
I used several of these arrangements during the showcase. Up here, yes, here, you'll see the track names.
No sé qué onda con eso del Xenoblade. ¿Qué estás haciendo, Nintendo?
So this is Banjo and Kazooie in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. There's Kazooie. We're using a special ROM today, so the camera is a bit different from the production version. We've included lots of actions Banjo and Kazooie use in their original game. For example, the talon trot here is used for their dash. And their jumps are based on abilities like flap flip and feathery flap. Their neutral attack is called claw swipe. This ability looks similar to this in the original game, but we've built upon the original motion so it better fits the action of our game. Their flurry attack is a rat-a-tat-rap. Their dash attack is a forward roll, which is something Donkey Kong uses as well. This move is a pretty useful one.
Yo pensé que se iba a ver lento, pero se ve rápido.
Their up smash is Bill Drill. It looks a bit different from their original games, but the animation reflects the fact that it's a consecutive attack. In Japanese, their side smash is called Harisen Kazooie. Harisen is a word that only exists in Japanese, so I was curious what this move would be called in the West. In English, it's called Regal Bash. I think Regal is the type of bird Kazooie is, so this basically means bird bash, which is pretty accurate. Their neutral air is Wing Whack. Their back air is an air rat-a-tat-rat, which hits 3 times. Their down air is Beak Buster, which they use to downstab as they drop. As you can see, even their regular attacks are based on attacks from their original game. The down and up taunts were something that existed in the Banjo-Kazooie series too. The Upton is based on an animation from Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, where Banjo sometimes stretches. Now I'd like to go over their special moves. First, their neutral special is egg firing. It's pretty much their go-to move. The eggs bounce, and by holding down the button when launching the eggs, you'll do the attack you see here, Breagle Blaster. Breagle Blaster is based on this part in Banjo-Tooie where the screen mimics an FPS. You can hold the button for auto-fire, but as you do, the power of the eggs will gradually decrease, so you'll need to be careful. You can cancel it by crouching or pressing the shield button. Next, their side special is Wonder Wing. As in their original game, it's an invincible charging attack. It's fairly powerful and will basically win against any other attack. However, you can see some feathers above Banjo's head. There are 5 of them in total, and I just used up all of them. After using them up, you won't be able to use the attack again until you lose a stock. Since the remaining uses of Wonder Wing only appear above their heads once activated, you'll really need to make sure you hammer the number of uses into your head. You can use it as a recovery option, and since it's likely to trump counterattacks, it doesn't have many disadvantages, but it does have a weak point. If it's blocked with a shield, for instance, you'll be wide open to attack. In addition, you can be grabbed during this move. At any rate, keep track of how many Wonder Wing uses you have left. And when fighting against Banjo and Kazooie, make sure to take action against this attack and remember to keep an eye on it. It's important to keep this in mind. Next is their up special, Shock Spring Jump. This move utilizes the Shock Spring pad from their original game. There are a few things to note. First, you can hit your opponents with the Shock Spring pad. It can be used to recover, and it's throwable too. Also, it's pretty different from other up specials that carry the fighter upward in that you're still able to jump in midair after using it, meaning you can jump twice in a row. So if you're falling, you can use it like this, jump and then dodge, increasing your ability to recover. By the way, the height of a Shock Spring jump will change depending on how long you hold the button down.
Pues hay otros que están más.
Note the slight difference in height.
Más
For their
rostros.
down special, Rear Egg, they'll fire a grenade out of his backpack. It's a grenade egg. This is a slightly odd projectile in that it can only be launched behind the fighter. And because the grenade egg is football shaped, its bouncy trajectory can be unpredictable. After a certain time, it will explode. I think it will be a useful tool for keeping opponents in check. It's treated like an item, so you can pick it up and throw it. Your opponents can also throw it back at you. But its detonation sequence is relatively short, so both you and your opponents will need to make sure you throw it quickly or it will explode while you're still holding it. I guess there are a lot of different ways to use this ability. Lastly, their final smash is the Mighty Ginginator. The Mighty Ginginator is what delivered the final blow to Gruntilda in their original game. This move will send your opponents flying. This stage is called Kurukuruyama in Japan, but in the West it's called Spiral Mountain. As you can see, it's a mountain where the bottom portion is a spiral shape. A rotation icon will appear, and the stage will spin. This is quite unusual, even for the Super Smash Bros. Series. It's truly unique. Anything on the stage, items or otherwise, will also move. As the stage turns, the shape of Spiral Mountain will also transform, meaning your recovery point will also change. Platforms like this will appear from time to time. A bridge will also appear when Gruntilda's lair is visible. Now that we've covered both the fighter and the stage, let's go
Pero pues la
ahead and
mayoría
jump
los
into
juegan
some
Omega.
actual battles.
Ajá.
This time, I'll be taking on not just one, but two fighters in a team battle. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong versus Banjo and Kazooie. Hang on, so there are actually two on my side too? So I should be fine, right? Probably not. In fact, definitely not. Looks like I'm gonna get beaten up pretty bad if I just stand around, so I'll play carefully. I should probably keep them in check. Your eggs, which can be fired forward or backward, are useful at times like this, and thanks to Kazooie, Banjo and Kazooie can use moves with a relatively wide range of attack. We'll make good use of these as we take them on. Note we're playing with items on. I think we're doing pretty good so far. I have two opponents, and since items are on, they'll have twice as many opportunities to pick up items. And since the final smash meter is on, the opponent can use it twice. I'm at quite a disadvantage, but I'm going to try my hardest. I can use Wonder Wing 2 more times. Oops, I guess I should be explaining all their moves, huh? Auto fire, auto fire. Ooh, ouch. Oh, their final smash meter's filled up. You can have that. Now. And nice. Now that there's one less opponent, this should be easy.
Es que el otro estaba llegando apenas.
I do want to use a final smash, but it might be a bit tough. Oh, that's good. And final smash. I forced him out, so I win. Banjo picks up a Jiggy from the original game. Guh. That's a wrap. I'd also like to talk about some of the cameos that liven up the stage. First, we have the witch Gruntilda.
Eso tienen que decir.
In Banjo-Kazooie, this poor soul gets sealed underground by a boulder. Anyway, she's very cruel, and you can hear all about her from her sister, Gruntilda. This is Bottles, a mole, and another poor soul. His fate is sealed in the beginning of Banjo-Tooie. He's a friend of Banjo and Kazooie. Next is Mumbo Jumbo. This poor soul had all of his Mumbo tokens stolen by Gruntilda. He helps you out in many ways throughout the game. And we have Tootie. Can you spot her? She's running at the bottom. She's tiny and can barely even make her out. But by zooming in, you can see all the detail, even at her size. You could probably make an action game just using this.
Se va a estar corriendo durante
She's
todo el
raising havoc on
escenario.
the vegetable path for some reason.
Imagínate esa condición.
After that, she strikes an enigmatic taunt. Now she's heading back home. She looks all calm when you look at her this way, but this soul is actually the saddest of all the souls. You'd understand how miserable she really is if you saw the game over scene in Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, maybe she's not going home? And here come the Gingeros. We saw some of these a short while ago when the mighty Ginginator appeared. They come in many different colors and were hidden throughout the world by Gruntilda in the original game, so you could say they're also sad souls. And now we see something floating around in the background. These are our basic enemy characters called Buzzsaws, but since they can float around, they're lucky enough to
Faltaba decir del contenedor y de la vida que está ahí también que se ve.
This is what they look like close up. It's basically a dragonfly, right? We put a lot of thought into the guest characters as well, and we put a lot of effort into these hard-to-see areas, so I hope you enjoy it. Next, let's talk music. As I mentioned earlier, we're taking country-style music and adapting it for use in battle. We're including a total of 10 music
10
tracks.
canciones.
Of these, 7 are entirely new arrangements. I've always thought that getting all this for $5.99 is a fantastic deal. So, I hope you enjoy it. The music for Spiral Mountain was arranged by Grant Kirkhope. He created the original Banjo-Kazooie's music. I've worked with many musicians over the years, but this is the first time I've worked with a musician outside of Japan.
¿Crees que sí llegan a meter a Crash?
I was a bit worried about whether my directions would be understood, but he did an absolutely wonderful job.
Yo siento que a Crash y a
And here's the
Rayman
list
son
of
los que
tracks this time.
faltan.
Each of the new tracks has been carefully tailored to match the action taking place on screen.
Ya no vi las canciones.
Alongside the launch of Banjo and Kazooie, there will also be a software update. We're very pleased with the sales of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And to express our appreciation, we've added another game mode, which will pretty much be our final new mode.
Ahora,
I'm going to go ahead and play, so please take a look.
¿nuevo modo de juego?
And here it is.
¿A poco no estaba el home
You
run
need to damage
contest?
the sandbag in front of you as much as possible. And with this bat, not with this, but this bat,
¿No lo habían
And off it
puesto? ¿No
goes.
estaba?
No sé.
high. Maybe a little too high. And so, Home Run Contest makes its return. It's been powered up in various ways compared to previous home run contests, so please enjoy. This time, Sandbag has flown 300 kilometers. I think that's about the distance from Tokyo to Nagoya. That's if you drive on the Tomei Expressway. You can actually play with a second player. Let's give it a go. Attack, attack, keep attacking using both players. Time to strike. Here we go. No. This isn't how you're supposed to play the game. When I say 2 players can take part, I mean friends can play together, and not one person playing as 2 fighters. I hope you play this with your friends. In shared content, many people have uploaded their customized Mii
¿Por qué
fighters.
lo hace?
No sé. Para decirnos
Up
que es
till now,
mejor
these
que
have been
nosotros.
difficult to use since you were not able to customize their special moves. But moving forward, you will be able to freely customize their special moves. If you find a Mii fighter that you like the look of, you can freely download them and set the special moves however you want and
Yo ya
play as
tengo
them.
todos los de lado.
However, this will not be applied to Mii fighters created before this software update, and only applies to Mii fighters created after the update. So I hope you re-upload your Mii fighters. Please enjoy many different varieties of Mii fighters. We will add in some Mii fighter costumes as well.
Ahora de
Please
quién
take a look.
añadieron.
Mega Manuel.
Este sí parece personaje.
Sí. Mejor lo hubieran metido.
Y esta cosa tiene un montón de cromos.
Pues mira, Protoman se ve chido. Y el Huemón también. Me gustaron.
Mira, $0.75. Bastante económico.
We've added a costume for Sans from Undertale, who was a popular request. And this Sans outfit also comes with a
Sí, la música.
This will be listed in the other category, so you can check it out there. The arrangement was made by none other than the creator of Undertale himself, Toby Fox. Toby has actually visited my house, and we played Super Smash Bros. Ultimate together. He was actually really good. Of all the guests, he was probably the strongest. When we both chose random and played, the win ratio was about half and half. Or I may have been losing. Next, I'd like to talk about a new set of amiibo that will soon be available.
Mira, Squirtle.
Squirtle,
Ivysaur.
Ivysaur,
Pokémon Trainer. Es Snake.
Lo necesito. Lo necesito.
wonder why he was hiding. They will each be
Y
available on
septiembre 20.
Este es Snake.
The software update, including the Banjo and Kazooie DLC, will be available today.
Es todo. No es
As
todo.
mentioned in Nintendo Direct, Terry Bogard will be joining Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Although we showed the reveal trailer, there was hardly any in-game footage. Some of you may wonder where the in-game footage is. Well, it's shaping up nicely. But we weren't quite ready to include it in the reveal. That SNK Neo Geo
Estuvo
was
chido
fun, wasn't it?
Su introducción.
I'd like to show you just a little bit of in-game footage of Terry. Here you go. Finally, it was announced that we will be working on even more DLC fighters. To me, it feels like the finish line is sliding
O sea,
farther
nos
away.
engañaron. Solamente va a ser la primera temporada de contenido.
How much
Yo
longer
creo.
Y va a haber más.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. But I'm also excited. Adding more characters into the game means that more game worlds will be added to the series. And ultimately, that means that there will be an even greater opportunity to delight the fans.
Es que parece como si fuera un juego definitivo entre todos. Entre todas las compañías.
That it's become an enormous
A
game.
pesar de que nada más es de pura peleas, pero parece como si fuera un juego definitivo entre todas
Even
las
if the Super Smash Bros. Series continues moving forward, I doubt
O es
there
lo
will
que
ever be
quieren
an
hacer.
opportunity to bring this many characters together again. And so I want to keep improving on this record as much as possible. And I will continue to work hard at developing the game. I appreciate your support. That's it for today. Thank you very much.
Malditos.
Es Nintendo.
Malditos.